is the shoulder, and do you have a more specific timeline of when you'll be able to go and start activity and then full contact? I mean, do you kind of have a estimate of where everything is?
Yeah, my shoulder is doing fine by the grace of God. Had a successful surgery. Rehab has been great. This past Wednesday was a 6-week mark, so I was able to take my brace off. I'm able to, sleep without my brace, do lifts without my brace, and I'm starting to be able to actually lift with my left hand and strengthen that also. So the process as a whole has been great. Yeah, and I'm just healing fine. I believe 5-on-5 will be maybe around like August, something like that. But I've just been taking it a day at a day, and time has been flying. It's been 6 weeks already, going on 7, so I feel great.
How would you assess this season for yourself in terms of growth?
Oh, I mean, I would say it again. I'm sorry.
Just kind of assess your growth this season.
Yeah, I would assess it as a successful season. It didn't end the way I wanted it to end due to injuries, but that's a part of the game of basketball. But I was able to, get better on both ends of the court. Started off the season not shooting the ball well, fought through that shooting slump and was able to get better. I was able to connect. I think I was able to become more of a leader and connect more with the guys. I think this year's team, with all the players coming and leaving, overall we had a pretty tight-knit relationship, and I think that showcased it even when I wasn't playing. But like I said, it was a bummer to end the season how it ended. This is my first time missing significant time in any of my years playing basketball, but, it's always a plan. So, just thanking the Lord for putting me in this position, because he wouldn't put me in this position if I couldn't handle it. So I just took on that mindset, and I think this season also made me more mentally tough to be able to go through that adversity of having the game taken away from you in a slip of a second, and then going on to surgery and then having to rehab. But overall, I would say it was a successful season.
Yeah, Ayo, two-part question, offensively and defensively. Offensively, you guys made a big shift in how you played. What were your thoughts on the effectiveness of that play style? And then defensively, what do you feel like this team needs to do to take the next step at that end?
Yeah, to answer your question first, offensively, I think we did a great job of establishing identity. I think any good team, that's something you have to do first, and I think Coach Donovan and the coaching staff really established that identity. I mean, from the first day we came here in training camp, we was running, we were shooting threes, and every way how we played throughout the whole season, we really put that foundation down, and I think that was very pivotal into us playing fast and being unselfish, and you were able to see guys take leaps in scoring because we established that identity. And I think defensively, we had great moments this season where we really looked like a very elite team. I believe maybe top 5 or top 7 defense for some stretches of the season. But I think the next step for that is sustaining that each and every game, being better on the ball, and then being there when someone gets beat, putting out fires. I think that's the next step we could take defensively.
Ayo, all you guys seem to really get along really well, but you and Matas especially seem to have like a special bond with one another.
Yeah.
What have you learned about him on and, more importantly, off the court this season?
I learned a lot from him. One thing about Matas is he's a sponge. He's always looking to get better. Been his rookie year, I always teased him a lot because I say he didn't go to college, so he went right to the G League, and I always told him that going to college teaches you toughness and how to face through adversity. So that's a joke we always have. But from the first game of the season into the last game of the season, you see he got completely better. And he always wanted to get better. He always wanted to grow. He always took on criticism. He never backed down from that. And, I was proud of him because at one point I was a rookie. At one point I was trying to find my way into the NBA on both ends of the court. And so I try to always help him the way that, the vets helped me. Zach, DeMar, Alex, those were the guys who really helped me when I came into the league. So, me being in my 4th year, I try to help him as much as I can. And he did a great job of getting better each and every game. He did a great job of stacking days and continuing to get better. And you saw the growth in his game.
It's going to be an atypical offseason for you, but you always like to try to add one thing to your game in the shortened period. Once you start 5-on-5, what's going to be your goal to add something for next season?
Yeah, you'll probably have to ask me that probably another month. I'm trying to just get healthy. I'm just getting healthy, doing my rehab, connecting with the Lord, just, doing those things like that. And then when that time comes, when I'm able to finally start shooting, then I, sit down and, actually dial out a plan. But right now, I think the main focus is, continuing to just get as healthy as possible and in due time.
I believe you said this was going to be like your first surgery, first extended time out. What was it like for you just kind of watching from the sidelines, watching this team go 15-5 down the stretch, and then just like bigger picture, seeing the way that some of these other young players played? What's kind of your outlook of where this group and the young core can get to?
Oh, I'm sorry, can you, the first question?
Just what was it kind of like for you watching, recovering from surgery as the team went 15-5 down the stretch, just not being able to be out there?
I mean, it was tough, of course, being able to have surgery, been my first surgery, but, my faith, it was nothing. I don't think the surgery really bothered me. I just went in there, knocked the surgery out, and then right away I was ready to attack it. And then seeing the guys go 15-5 down the stretch and seeing young guys emerge like Matas, seeing Kobe go through the stretch he had in March, seeing Josh do what he did, that's nothing but excitement that from my end, because I seen the work that we put in together as a group. And I wasn't able to be out there physically, but I was there mentally. I was cheering them on. I was watching all the games. I would text Kobe here and there and just tell him my thoughts. And, I was excited. I was excited to see their growth. I was excited for their success. That's what it's all about. When you really tight and you really a tight-knit brotherhood, when you see someone else's success, that motivates you, that excites you, that makes you want to be out there. So seeing them do that, that was great. And I wanted us to win yesterday and hopefully make a deep playoff push, because I understand the work that we put in. I understand all of the times how we were running, how long the season has been. And it didn't end the way we wanted to end, but I just think that we have a great opportunity next season to, start off better. I don't think we started off the season the best of our abilities, but seeing how this season ended, I definitely do think that it puts us in a position where next year we can really make some noise.
There was, especially after the trade deadline, there was a lot of discussion about this team's got this surplus of guards.
Yeah.
Worked out, not positively, but you got hurt. Lonzo wasn't available. Trey Jones, all these. But now next season, presumably, all these guys are coming back. Lonzo and yourself. Where do you see yourself? Where do you see your role, and how do you see yourself fitting in with this roster?
Yeah, I just think, those type of questions, I just take it as the day goes. I understand what I bring to the team. I understand what I can do to impact winning on both ends of the court. So I believe when I'm healthy, I'm gonna try my best to do whatever it takes to help the team win. And that's pretty much it. Just leave it at that. Just get back healthy. Get ready for 5-on-5. Get ready for training camp. Then when training camps comes, then you compete and you do whatever it takes to help the team win. And I think that I can do that on both ends of the court, whether it's pushing the pace, whether it's being a defensive stopper, stopping any guard, slowing them down. And then just being a playmaker, being out there, being another playmaker, whether it's scoring, whether it's passing, whether it's rebounding, just pretty much doing a bit of everything. That's what I think that I will bring to the table next season.